Any business owner who desires for his website to rank well consistently should seriously consider having his website fully optimized and marketed. I'm Dean Berg, and today I'm going to demystify SEO and share why you can't afford to ignore it. But before we get into the video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified every time I release a new video. I heard someone say once, to launch a website without search engine optimization is like filming a commercial without purchasing the airtime to show it to the world. They couldn't have been more right. Without properly marketing your website on the internet, it will be extremely difficult for individuals using the internet to find your business online. Most likely, they will find another business that pulls up more easily in search engine results. So one thing you'll want to do is find out where you're at in search engine ranking. Here's a practical exercise you can do. Do a search for a product in your city that your company provides. Don't use your company name, just do a search for a product that your company provides. For example, if you're a plumber, look for plumbing companies near me, or plumbing companies in your city, or residential plumbers in your city. In all these searches, make note of whether or not your company is ranking well in your area. Do these same searches for other communities near you and see if your business shows up there. The same thing is true if you're a lawyer, a contractor, a baker, a construction worker, a pastor, doesn't matter. Each targeted keyword search that you do represents a different individual market or a different individual way that individuals will use the internet to find what they're looking for. You have to think like this, because people think differently. We've looked at company websites over the years where I've told a business owner, we market your company, and I don't even know what you do. Many business owners will create a website based on how they think, but the key is to create a website based on how your potential customers think. Another thing to remember is that people will use the internet based on several different criteria. One being their educational level. You have no high school graduate, you have high school graduate, you have college graduate, post-college grad. You have different income levels, low income, middle income, upper income. All of these different demographics of people will use the internet differently. So a key that you'll want to do is identify who you're trying to reach and then get into how they think. That's how you want to not only create your website, but how you want to market it as well. Also think of this. People will take what influences them and go to the internet and try to find it. For example, maybe they've read the newspaper or heard something on the radio, or maybe they watched a television commercial, or they got a postcard in the mail, or something was left at their door. People will take that information and go to the internet and try to find it. Something else that happens is many times certain keyword phrases will change, and the way that people thought 10 years ago isn't exactly the same way they think now. There'll be different verbs, different nouns, different terms that people will use for the same thing. For example, years ago, the word SEO didn't even exist, so nobody could have been looking for it. The word AI is brand new over the last several years. So once again, it's identifying terms and slang and jargon that is used by the demographic that you're trying to reach. Something else to remember is search engine optimization is always changing because society and people and technology are continually changing. One thing is certain, the internet is always changing as well. Therefore, keeping your website optimized and marketed should also be an ongoing priority for your company on the internet. Do you have an employee who's following all of the technology changes? Do you have someone who's monitoring new algorithms? Whenever you hear the expression, Google changed their algorithm, usually it's because there was a search engine manipulation technique that was identified, and search engines have made an adjustment or changed their algorithm to keep up with it. So is someone at your company continually customizing and optimizing your website based on these algorithm changes? Do they understand correctly how to do that? Sometimes it's wise to have an internet professional do it for you. I personally know of websites that have the strength to market very, very well nationally, but because of the way the website's been optimized, they have a very difficult time marketing their website locally. But what I want to do now is just give you some practical things that you can do to increase traffic to your website. These will not take the place of SEO or search engine marketing, but they can get you headed in the right direction. And these things will work together with whatever type of search engine marketing plan you come up with. Number one, add a short signature to all of your outgoing email messages. This signature should include your company name, your address, your telephone number, and specifically the domain name to your website. Most email programs can be set up to automatically add this information to every email you send out. Ask all of your employees to set up their email signatures with your company domain name on them as well. Number two, make sure you include your business domain name on any marketing materials that you do as a company. This could be bulletins, business cards, letterhead, envelopes, newsletters, flyers, ads, newspaper ads, brochures, window signage, and even bumper stickers. These things can bring a lot of website exposure for your company. Be sure to add this to your outdoor signage like window signage or door signage as well. Number three, if you distribute promotional items like pens, computer mouse pads, or anything else with your company name on it, be sure to always have your company domain name on that material. Number four, use your voicemail system to invite visitors to visit your website. Be sure to clearly say your website domain name in your message, even spell it out if you have to. Number five, whenever an opportunity for some type of publicity comes up, maybe an interview or guest speaking or a booth at a conference, maybe it's a community event, always mention your website in a way that suggests everyone should know about it and should visit it. Have all of your employees do the same thing. Number six, use your website like you would any other kind of brochure. When people want to know more about your business, always point them to your website. Make it your grand central station. This will give potential customers a real good idea of who you are and what your company's all about. And the great advantage of your website over any printed material is you can update it at any time. Number seven, plan a promotional campaign around your website or the launch of a new website. You might want to hang a large banner on the front of your building. Put your domain name all over it. You may want to submit a press release to a local newspaper. You might want to pass out flyers. Many of the internet's biggest online companies like Google, Amazon, Bing, Expedia, their success in a large part is due to their use of traditional media as well. Number eight, contact other business owners in your community who have websites. Ask them to link to your website, but make sure you let them know that you'll link back to theirs as well. Number nine, ask customers who are loyal to you whether or not they would invite some of their friends to visit your website. Tell them you can send them a hyperlink in an email that they can send to their friends. Number 10, you have any vendors that your company works with. Ask all of your vendors if they'll link back to your website. Maybe you're a pastor of a church. Make sure your church website is listed on your denomination's website. Number 11, list your website in the websites of the Chamber of Commerce or the Better Business Bureau in your community. Number 12, this one's interesting. Make your website the home page of all of your office computers so that every time your browsers are opened, your website pulls up first. Have all of your employees do the exact same thing. Number 13, when making verbal announcements, don't share the whole thing. Just share part of it and say, to hear more information, go to our website at, and give them your domain name. These are just some practical solutions that you can use to drive more traffic to your website. Try some of them. Try all of them. You will see results. That's all I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.